honest, if you said, David, what would the ideal occupation be? I can see myself being a judge on one of those cooking shows, a man that can't cook himself, but boy, can I eat.
Travel Weekly TV, where we go behind the scenes speaking to the industry's heavyweights. I'm Hoda from the Travel Weekly team, and today we have David from Collette. Thank you for coming.
Great to see you, Hoda. Lovely to be here.
So David, you have been in the industry for quite a long time.
Quite a long time, Hoda. Thank you.
Quite a long time. Tell me, what's your favourite travel memory?
Oh, one of my favourite travel memories, 25 or 30 years, and she went back to the UK for the first time, and I was the son that she chose. And I was
chosen child.
Yeah, so it was the big plane, it was meeting the relatives, it was going overseas, and it really is a distinctive memory. It's fantastic.
How old were you?
I think I was probably 11, and I had two older brothers, so my mum didn't choose them, chose David, so I like that part of it even more.
Nice. So David Farrar, the favourite child.
Something like that, yeah, something like that, yeah. Wasn't always the case, but it was on this occasion.
So with your industry experience, tell me, what are some travel trends that you've seen pick up post-COVID?
So I think the Australian market just really want to travel. They've been cooped up for 2 or 3 years, and they're happy to spend money. So whether it's visiting a friend or a relative overseas or going on a Collette tour, they're often taking 2 tours or taking a longer tour. They just want to go and escape Australia, and we're happy to have them escape with Collette.
What's your favourite itinerary from Collette?
Or it could be any one of the 16 different Italian itineraries, but I particularly like Croatia, and the beauty of being able to actually tour Hoda on land as well as actually take a Croatian cruise. So it's the best of both worlds.
Collette has actually been around for a long time, and most people don't actually know that. Can you tell me something that the travel trade might not actually know about Collette yet?
Well, because we've only been in Australia since 2016, we're a relatively new brand to Australia. But as you say, and it's not my age, they've been around 106 years, based in Rhode Island, in the East Coast, a really established brand in the USA and Canadian markets, and a really quickly growing brand in Australia. But we're only 7 years young, and of course that COVID time took a couple of years out of our history here.
Absolutely. And am I right in saying that it started quite humbly? Can you tell me a little bit more about how it started?
Yeah, it started with a gentleman called Jack Collette. So the actual name is always an interesting one. How do you get a female's name to be the leader of a major guided touring company throughout the world? So Jack Collette, he actually drove coaches just on bus routes through the east coast of the USA. And the Sullivan family, that goes back 3 generations, who are the current owners of Collette, always said to Jack Collette, if you're thinking about selling the business, can we have first rights on it? And that came about in the early 1960s, and the Sullivan family, Dan Sullivan Sr., bought the company, and it's still in the family today.
And you've recently launched a brochure, and it's got some incredible destinations. Can you tell us a little bit more about the new destinations that you've added on?
Yeah, so a lot of people wouldn't know, Hoda, that our number one destination out of Australia is Japan. And I've been in the company nearly 12 months, and it was still a surprise to me when I joined. But being a North American home-based business, you would think that we have a big emphasis on USA tours, and we've got about 40 of those, but our main driver out of Australia is Japan as the number one itinerary, but about 75% is Europe and the UK. And one of the surprises is the variety, whether it be 12 UK itineraries or 16 Italy. It's a bit cheesy, but I'm going to say it. We've probably got something for everybody.
You do, and I remember when I first started in the travel industry picking up a Collette brochure, and it was quite small, and it didn't have that many itineraries to showcase, I suppose, from the Australian market. And seeing a brochure today, it is incredible how far Collette has come, and it's incredible how many itineraries you've added.
Yeah, it's a bit of a door stopper. You know, you
Yeah.
could keep the door open on a summer's day with our brochure. It's great. It's available through TIFFs at the moment. I think it's about 220 pages, and it's got 175 itineraries. So, you know, there's a lot of variety there. So no matter what your destination in 7 continents, we've got it. And we also have lovely Antarctica. So there really is something for everybody.
So tell me a hidden talent that the industry might not know about.
Should I hurt her? Well, I can't sing and dance, but I've got a fairly extensive dress-up box, okay? And look, there is a funny story. I think you've seen this photo.
I'm going to pop the photo right on screen so everyone can see. It's a fabulous photo of you in a dress. Tell me, how?
Look, I think the photo might say it. It was for a sort of an internal staff European launch. And it was, you know, if you wanted to get dressed up as something, you could. They didn't think I'd come as a Spanish woman, though. And the funny story is my daughter wore the dress at a party once, and one of her girlfriends said, Hannah, can I actually borrow that dress? I've got another dress up. And Hannah said, I'll have to ask my dad, because it's in fact my dress, not Hannah's dress. But that's
where did you get the dress? I need to know.
Oh, I can't tell you that. And Hoda, that's just between you and I, okay?
Yeah.
I'm not sure where I got the dress from, but I got it.
It's a beautiful dress.
Yeah.
And you wear it really good.
Thank you very much. And I've got 3 or 4 wigs, but let's not go there.
Yeah, another interview. David, thank you so much for being here. It's always a pleasure.
Hoda, always lovely to see you. Thanks very much for the opportunity.
And thank you for watching Travel Weekly TV.